Alright, just showing the progress I made in the game with my trophies. Showing a few more trophies than I got. I think you're going to get the general impression that Dead or Alive Xtreme 3 is the kind of game that would cater to a person like me. So whether that skews my assessment in favor of it, or gives credibility to my assessment, I'll let you decide there. Now, you'll notice right away that they're using a bit of footage from the 5th Dead or Alive game, plus some recycled footage from the earlier installments of the volleyball games. Yeah, they're definitely wanting to make this as much on the cheap as they possibly could. They got 9 characters, about half of them are recurring characters. 3 of them are DLC. One of them is a recurring character, Momoji, well, in the Ninja Gaiden series. She makes an appearance in one of the later iterations of Dead or Alive 5. And one thing I kind of wish this game would do was have a proper story mode. I play it for the plot mode, whatever. With some cutscenes proper. Now, there's supposed to be these pictorials at the end, but I have not unlocked any of them yet. It's going to take a lot of grinding and replaying to get those. So, but keep in mind, the game I've played so far, this is going to be representative about 95% of the game, if not 99% of the game. It's very repetitive. It's disorganized. Now you got missions here for this, which encourage you to try out everything that the game has to offer, and you're going to try everything the game has to offer really quick. Well, almost everything the game has to offer. Now, not being too structured. What was that? Now, one thing you're going to notice if you've played any of the earlier iterations, Xtreme 3 is much like all the other iterations. Not as much content. What they add in, not a whole lot more added to it, really. The mini games, like the rock climbing, might have been there before. I don't remember. Not sure about the tug of war. I really don't remember. It's been many years. Yeah, one thing that was a bit of a minor annoyance was they don't have the in-game radio station thing. So, no picking any MP3s you might have put onto your hard drive and adding that to the game background music. Would have been fun to add something like from a Shin Megami Tensei game, Disgaea, so on and so forth. Alright, general idea. You play as one of the gals and the so-called owner, manager really, a nondescript entity who is basically you. You swap between the two modes as necessary to accomplish your goals. Now, each gal has her own stash of money. The owner has her own stash of money, which can be some bullshit requiring you to grind, but there's also a bullshit money cap. So each girl has her own stash, owner has her own stash, so you can get around with that because it will take a lot of cash to get various goodies. You play the mini games like the volleyball, the butt battle, little flag capture thing. there's no overarching objective except for raising the overall satisfaction for all the gals in the game with the whole owner mode thing in it. I thought it was a bad idea to have it be this nondescript entity, even if it's supposed to be a stand-in for yourself, the player. I just think it would have been a good idea if they used the character Rio, who was in the earlier versions of the game, or even say a new character that would get introduced in Dead or Alive 6. That, hey, it's that person again. I don't know. Like I was saying, this game really is a little bit slapdash. Some animation's been recycled. And honestly, I think a lot of the models are just reused from Dead or Alive 5 last round. And the earlier games have always been a little bit grindy, but I got a feeling this one really wants to psychologically warfare you into doing some microtransactions. And Team Ninja's expecting to make about half their money through the additional DLC. Which in itself wouldn't be a bad idea if the core game came out cheaper. Something no more than $40 relative. I don't know what the equivalent price range in Japan would be for a budget title. I think it should have been cheaper right off the gate, and make that cash through DLC, microtransactions, whatnot, like the free version of Dead or Alive 5 did. Well, my biggest gripe here is that I don't think Team Ninja's really getting the most out of this spin-off series. Now, like I said before, 3 of the girls are DLC characters. There have been no additions to the story mode in Dead or Alive 5 to expand on the characters. So I think the lighthearted volleyball games would have been a good place to get in some characterization. I mean, you get some hints of character and the bits of dialogue here and there, but it's not quite what I would have liked to get to know these new characters. I mean, especially, it seems like they're trying to make Hanaka the new poster girl for the series. And I'm not, god damn it, another frickin' Japanese schoolgirl? Seriously? She's got potential. I mean, she's a Ride House kid. Not Ride Out Kazunoha. That would have been pretty interesting. But the character who's now an evil ninja cyborg. They're probably not going to make that little sitcom I got in my head going on with that scenario, but she's got potential, introducing new players to all the batshit crazy elements to the story. And once again, she's Ride House kid, probably. Would be a funny little sitcom there. Schoolgirl, evil ninja cyborg dad, various situational things. Now, that all said, once you get a feel for the mini games and stop sucking at the controls, work out the timing, yeah, it was a little bit of an adjustment with that little bit of simple swap of pressing circle to confirm and X to cancel instead of the other way around like we got it here in the West. And to spike, you gotta press X, not the square that we're using to set the little pass and stuff. I'd say you'll get used to the controls by the second, and definitely have good feel for it all on the third round of playing the game. Yeah, it's pretty low stress, nothing strenuous, just takes getting a little used to. And once you get over that wall, short as it is, it's easier to appreciate the laid back aspects of the game. Yes. Funny enough, I think it would actually be a good game to take along with you while going on vacation, because it's unstructured. You can just play a little bit here, play a little bit there, just do whatever you want. Drop it, marathon it, little segments. Like I say, a good game to have with you on a vacation. So I'm basing this on the PlayStation 4 version. If you have a choice, you might be better off with the Vita version for that portability and bringing it along with you on a vacation. Just don't be like Jordan Owen. Don't play it in front of God and everybody on the airplane. And that's really about it that comes to mind. Thank y'all for listening. Have a nice day.